The truth about being offended that everybody needs to hear, but nobody wants to know. Okay? This is the truth about it. Nobody can offend you. There it is. There's a couple of other points, but that's the main point. The main point is that nobody can offend you. It is impossible for me to offend you. Offense is not something that can be given. It's not something that can be imposed upon you by my actions, by my words, by my thoughts, by whatever I may do or somebody else may do to or around you. Offense is a reaction that we have. It's a feeling that we have based on our interpretation of something that someone did or said around us, to us, whatever. Offense as well, something that a lot of people really do not want to know, is a sign of major insecurity. Okay? We tend to only get offended, especially when it's about something that we feel insecure about. If you feel insecure about your body and somebody makes a comment about it, you're going to feel, maybe not necessarily, but you will likely feel offended. Most people will anyways, especially because they have no control over this offense feeling, this magical offense feeling that people give them all the time, right? So it is an attack on an insecurity, right? So how can we never feel offended? Great question. I know. That's why I'm here for. That's why I'm here. So I can help you. Never feel offended again. I know. So essentially, there are two major ways to stop being offended. Okay? Number one is to recognize your own insecurities and put them out in the open, which takes a lot of self-confidence. It takes a lot of good, self-perception and really liking who you are, even in spite of your insecurities and your weaknesses that you recognize because you are a strong enough person to recognize them. So when we put them out on the table, when we put them out on the open, they cannot be used against us, okay? The single best example of this in cinematic history that I've ever seen is from 8 Mile with Eminem. Okay, at the end of the movie, in the final rap battle, I don't remember who he was rapping against. Whatever his name is, people will probably give me crap for that. It's fine, whatever. Okay, so he's rapping against the anti-hero guy, the bad guy that freaking slept with his girlfriend, that him and his buddies all beat the crap out of Eminem, right? All this stuff, right? So they go through 1-2 rounds. Now it's Eminem's last round, okay? Obviously, they're dissing on each other, right? That's what they do in rap battles, okay? So Eminem, what does he do? Rather than, choosing to diss on this other guy and talk crap on this other guy, as people normally do, he throws everything out in the open to everyone, to the crowd. Yeah, you slept with my girlfriend. Yeah, you beat me up. Yeah, I live with my mom in a trailer. Yeah, I'm a bum. Yeah, I'm this and that, right? All this stuff, okay? He goes off. He says every single thing that he could possibly be insecure about that we saw throughout the movie, right? And then he rips on that guy a little bit afterwards, but he threw out all of his dirt, okay? Passes the mic, sits down. Dude gets up on the stage, and guess what he has to say? If you've seen the movie, you already know. He has got nothing. He has nothing to say. Like, imagine in real life, if you were like, yeah, like, I'm pretty ugly. Like, if you were somebody that, maybe you're insecure about that. Maybe you think that you're not that good looking. And you told somebody, like, yeah, I'm ugly. And then they were like, about to insult you. You're like, yeah, you're ugly. And you're like, yeah, like, that's what I just said. I just said that. Like, what up? Okay? So it makes them look dumb if they say it. Okay, because you've already recognized it. You've put it out in the open. You've shown that you're not afraid of it. You recognize your weaknesses. You recognize your insecurities, right? All that kind of stuff. Like it works. Absolutely. Okay, so you can never be offended because they can't use it against you because you recognize it. You recognize it first. right? And then the second way to never be offended is to create your character and your self-confidence and your self-esteem up enough that you just don't care what other people say. Like, imagine, like, let's say you have absolute self-confidence in yourself. You have absolute, you view yourself as a great person. Of course, we all have weaknesses. We all have insecurities. Some of us less than others, some of us more than others, some of us bigger, smaller, whatever. You get the idea. But if you have supreme confidence and somebody comes up and starts to bag on you or swear at you, let's say, so let's say somebody's being rude, like they start to swear at you, you're gonna be like, okay, like, I don't care. Like, you mean nothing to me. Your opinions, I didn't ask for them. Unsolicited opinions, what do I care? It doesn't affect me. Okay? So when you know your values, when you know what you stand for, when you know who you are, right? Most people do not have this level. Like, they'll act like they do. A lot of people will be like, oh, I don't give a F what people say. I don't give a crap. Right? We hear that all the time. Like, I don't care what people say, but really they do. Really they do. And it's often shown through this offense that they feel, how they act and how they react, right? So we can tell. It's really not difficult to spot fakers and phonies. Okay? It's very obvious. But people that have true confidence, right? When somebody tries to insult them, like, if you're nothing to me, if I'm a king and a peasant comes up to me, right? This is, let's say, imaginary scenario, because I'm not big on that whole, like, oh, king, you king, whatever. That's just me though. Okay, I'm not with that trend. But let's say, like, in medieval times, we look at it and I'm a king and some lowly peasant comes up and goes, you're ugly and fat. I'll be like, get out of my palace. Like throw him out. I don't care what he has to say. I'm not going to be needing to seek retribution or revenge on this guy. Like, he's dirt to me. He's nothing to me. And therefore his words are nothing to me. His opinions are I didn't ask for his opinion. So his unsolicited opinion is completely invalid to me. It bears no weight. It doesn't mean anything. Like a lion walking through the jungle, right? Walking through the plains. A little ant comes up and he's like, oh, you're big and mean and you're stupid, you stupid lion. And he's not even going to hear him. Like, he doesn't care. He's going to stroll on by and be like, dude, whatever, bro. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, this is the level that I want you to get to, okay? To where you take stuff and you're just like, look, like for me, we only have a problem if you're walking towards me. Like, if you're walking that way, you can say whatever you want to me. I don't care, because there's no threat. Your words don't mean anything to me. They're not threatening. Like, it doesn't matter to me. So as long as you're walking that way, we're cool. I don't care. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my life, potentially, if somebody's got like a knife or a weapon or something. Like, it doesn't matter to me, you know? And a lot of people run into these issues and problems constantly because they feel this need to protect their ego, right? If your ego is bulletproof, though, what does it need protection? It doesn't. It doesn't need protection. It doesn't need validation, right? Like, if your ego is bulletproof, if you know that you're like, what does it matter what somebody says to you? Some random Joe Schmo on the street disrespects you. Okay, so this is an interesting concept, actually, because, like, yet there are levels to this, right? Because some people are afraid to do anything if somebody, like, disrespects them or talks down on them or something like that. And there is a level to this where you need to be able to handle yourself. You need to be able to defend yourself if necessary. And a lot of people are too afraid to say anything ever. That's a problem. right? Like, let's say it's in a non-hostile environment. Somebody is talking down to you in like a work environment, and they're making you look bad in front of people, in front of your coworkers, and in front of your boss. You need to be able to speak up in that situation, of course. But there are other times, like in the street, let's say you're out at night or something, like at a club, or you're out at dinner and somebody does something disrespectful, somebody does something or says something or whatever. Like, there are certain times where it does need to elevate, but many times, arguably even most times, it doesn't. It's because your ego, right? You need to protect your ego. And so you talk back and you get in somebody's face and you try to show them how alpha you are and how strong you are. Like, this is also a sign of insecurity and weakness, because you feel this need to prove yourself. To who? To who is this? Who is this guy? Like, who is this random guy that was like, oh yeah, right? And like says something stupid to you. Like, he doesn't matter. Dude doesn't matter. Dude means zero. Dude means nothing, So again, there's levels to this, to where you can brush it off and be like that dude is not worth me getting in trouble. He's not worth me getting in a fight. He's not worth anything to me. And like, if you're not genuinely there, this will be hard, right? Because you'll feel that need of like, oh, maybe I was like, showed weakness. Maybe I shouldn't have backed down, or you feel like you did. But if you genuinely don't care, then there's nothing to react to. If he genuinely means nothing to you, and his opinion is less than zero almost, there's nothing there. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm trying to really get this across here. I think that it does. I think that it makes sense for people. Listen, if you are wanting to work on this, if you're wanting to build up your character, your confidence, you want to live life on your terms, you want to conquer life, attack your goals every single day, live with purpose, live with drive, and become someone that lives a meaningful way and lives in a good, happy, joyful, powerful way, click the link down below to see if working together makes sense. Check out my coaching program, and I will get you there. If that's something that you want, if you have a vision for who you want to be and a vision for your life, that's what I'm here for. I will help you get there. Check out the link below to see if it makes sense for us to work together or not, and I will catch you on the next video.